Welcome to the Beau Show, a show that is simulcast on NTD television and Epoch TV. If you're watching me on any social media channels, be sure you go subscribe to Epoch TV, since you know that big tech suppresses shows like mine. And you'll find a variety of great content on Epoch TV. We sure appreciate your support at a time when trust in media is at an all-time low. We will give you the unfettered truth. The dance that I did in the beginning is called SKIBIDI by the Russian rave group Little Big. And the band encouraged people back in 2018 to do their own meme of the dance called the SKIBIDI Challenge. SKIBIDI in Russian literally means nothing, which is exactly what Hillary Clinton wanted us to think about her emails and about the possibility that she orchestrated spying on the Trump campaign, which spawned the whole Russia collusion narrative. What I'm about to tell you will explain so much corruption about the Clintons that you might already be aware of, but also how a political operation of this kind can be used to weaponize our own federal bureaus, the media, and perhaps lead to some real criminal consequences if our justice system doesn't fail us. Special Counsel John Durham's team alleged on February 12th that a tech executive aligned with the Democratic Party was paid to spy on former President Donald Trump's residences and the White House when Trump was president. That should get your attention. In the Durham court filings, lawyers for the Clinton campaign allegedly paid this tech exec to infiltrate servers at Trump Tower, his Midtown apartment, and the White House in order to establish an interference and narrative to tie Trump to the Russian government. Durham's latest claim is part of the same investigation that brought charges against Michael Sussman for making false statements to the FBI. Sussman worked on behalf of the Democratic National Committee and Hillary's 2016 campaign. Durham alleged Sussman had assembled and conveyed the allegations to the FBI on behalf of at least two specific clients, including a technology executive at a US-based internet company and the Clinton campaign, according to the court filing. Durham was able to obtain bank records, which show that Sussman repeatedly billed the Clinton campaign for work on the Russia Bank 1 allegations, and that this tech exec, whoever it is, worked with Mark Elias, a big left-wing lawyer. Sussman has pleaded not guilty to these charges, and the tech exec also enlisted the help of researchers at a U.S. university who were analyzing large amounts of internet data as part of a federal cybersecurity contract. Remember this, because this implicates some probably large prestigious college right here in the United States. This tech exec tasked these university researchers to mine internet data to establish an interference and narrative to try to tie Trump to Russia, after this exec had been able to access Trump servers. The tech exec was also able to exploit the relationship with these researchers by mining the traffic from servers from the executive office of the president. Sussman provided an updated set of allegations that came from all this mined data that was sourced from spying on servers at Trump Tower, Trump's Manhattan residence, and the White House. Sussman, in a 2017 meeting, had cooked up allegations about Trump that he was using Russian-made wireless phones in the vicinity of the White House, which Sussman says he got from IP data surveilled from the White House to certain Russian mobile providers. Durham has described these allegations as patently false. All right, I know this is a lot to follow, so let's break this down in some digestible slides for you so that you can see how deep this runs. Okay. Here we go. June 2016, this unnamed tech executive works with Hillary's lawyer, Michael Sussman, a U.S. investigative firm retained by Law Firm 1, numerous cybersecurity researchers, and employees at numerous internet companies to assemble the so-called white papers. The tech exec also then exploits a U.S. university researching data as part of a federal contract to begin creating an interference and narrative tying Trump to Russia. He did this to please VIPs at Law Firm 1 and the Clinton campaign. Then the tech exec is able to exploit DNS information from servers at Trump Tower, Trump residence, and Trump's executive office at the White House. How the tech exec was able to do this was the following. The exec accessed the DNS servers of the White House through a sensitive arrangement where the exec's firm provided DNS resolution services to the executive office of the president. Tech exec mines this data from this relationship to begin cooking up Trump ties to Russia. Later in 2017, the exec uses this info to tie Trump to a bank with ties to the Kremlin, which Sussman provided to a U.S. agency. So then Sussman meets with this agency to provide this cooked up info that Trump is using Russian mobile phones near the White House. Sussman, in this meeting with the agency, said he was not working for any client, which was false. He was working for the tech exec, as the exec testified under oath. But let's go back for just a moment. Remember that unnamed law firm? Sussman and the tech exec at that time also met with Mark Elias, who worked as general counsel for the Clinton campaign at the firm Perkins Coie, the very firm that the Democratic National Committee and the Clinton campaign funded the infamous fake dossier provided by former British intelligence agent Christopher Steele, commissioned by opposition research firm Fusion GPS. Durham indicted 1. Igor Danchenko for lying to the FBI about the source that he provided to Steele for that dossier. 2. He also indicted FBI lawyer and committed leftist Kevin Kleinsmith for fudging a paper to the FBI that permitted a FISA court spying of Trump campaign associate Carter Page. And 3. This attorney Michael Sussman, who was working directly for a tech exec and the DNC. And all of this even goes back to the Obama administration. Obama's CIA director John Brennan debriefed President Obama on Hillary's proposal from one of her security advisors to vilify Trump by stirring up a scandal to implicate Trump with Russia. So Brennan Obama knew about this. Furthermore, we know from declassified documents that the CIA had referred an investigation into Hillary Clinton approving a plan concerning Trump and Russian hackers hampering U.S. elections in order to distract from Hillary's private email scandal. The CIA knew about this, and so they referred this counterintelligence operational lead, as it's called, to 2 people at the FBI in a very sensitive manner: Director James Comey and Deputy Agent Peter Strzok. This would be the Operation Crossfire Hurricane that was referred to Comey and Strzok. Trump's Director of Intelligence, John Ratcliffe, has raised concerns about why this memo was referred to Comey and Strzok specifically. There is no evidence to suggest that the FBI ever opened an investigation into Clinton as a result of this referral. It seems it was completely disregarded, which would explain a lot, would it not? It was Comey and Strzok that were responsible for the FISA warrant to spy on the Trump campaign. Strzok was a committed Democrat, as seen in his revealed texts. He was creating the famous insurance policy should Donald Trump win the election in 2016. So you have John Brennan, Obama, and the FBI all working in tandem in one way or another. You have a lawyer, Sussman, cooking up information that he got from his tech firm's contract with the government, and providing all this false information to some government agency. Meanwhile, the CIA knows about this and refers it to the FBI, who just sits on it. This is all extremely political. It was all based on lies and false pretenses, but it was used to get agencies to collectively spy on the Trump campaign and make things up to undermine the election. Throughout the 2016 campaign, you could see that Hillary was working hard to use this Russia BS to undermine Trump because she knew she was in trouble. She tweeted about it multiple times. Meanwhile, Obama must have known about it, Brennan knew about it, and the CIA knew about it, but no one did anything. They let the rumor fly. And what's more, it became the basis for countless investigations led by Adam Schiff, when he knew there was nothing to it. In fact, the person who was coordinating with Russia, as now evidenced by the lies of Igor Danchenko, was Hillary Clinton and her campaign. How's that for Russian collusion? Well, Trump reacted strongly to this. He said that the Durham report, quote, provides indisputable evidence that my campaign and presidency were spied on by operatives paid by the Hillary Clinton campaign in an effort to develop a completely fabricated connection to Russia. This is a scandal far greater in scope and magnitude than Watergate. And those who were involved in and knew about this spying operation should be subject to criminal prosecution. In a stronger period of time in our country, this crime would have been punishable by death. No question, those are strong words, but he is justifiably ticked off that for his entire presidency, they kept after him about Russia, 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 knowing the whole time there was nothing to it. Obama knew it because Brennan's documents show the source of it all. And the Democratic National Committee was responsible for funding this bogus information. This is so much corruption that it's almost incomprehensible.